Have you ever wondered why some men seem to always have the respect, the admiration, and the desire of women while others constantly find themselves stuck in games, disrespect, or even outright rejection? The difference is not in looks, it's not in money, and it's not in luck. The difference is in behavior. Smart men understand that what you do and what you refuse to do send stronger signals than anything you say. And when it comes to women, there are certain mistakes, silent, hidden mistakes that will destroy her respect for you faster than anything else. You might think you're being loving, thoughtful, or caring, but to her, it looks weak, desperate, and unattractive. That's why in this video, we're going to break down 9 things smart men never do with women. If you catch yourself doing any of these, it's time to stop immediately. Before we dive into the first one, let me remind you, if you want to master female psychology, attraction, and relationships through the lens of Stoic wisdom, then subscribe right now. Don't wait until it's too late. These insights could save you years of frustration, heartbreak, and wasted effort. So, subscribe and let's get into it. The first mistake smart men avoid is over-explaining themselves. Have you ever been accused of something by a woman? Or maybe she challenges you on why you did something, and your instinct is to go into a long explanation to justify yourself. Most men fall into this trap. They think if they just explain enough, she'll finally understand. But here's the truth. When you over-explain, you look guilty, uncertain, and weak. Smart men understand that their actions speak louder than words. If she doubts you, that's her choice. You don't need to beg her to see your side. A calm, short response carries more power than 100 words of justification. The second mistake is chasing women. This is one of the biggest killers of attraction. When a man chases, he tells a woman that she is the prize, that his life is incomplete without her, and that he will do anything to gain her approval. But here's the secret. Women respect men who are grounded in their own value. Smart men don't chase because they understand that desire cannot be forced. They attract by living with purpose, by standing firm, and by allowing women to come closer naturally. And let me pause here if this resonates with you. Subscribe now because we're just getting started, and the next point might shock you, but it's one of the most common mistakes men make. The third mistake is revealing too much too soon. In the age of social media and oversharing, most men think that telling a woman everything about themselves early on will build trust. But it doesn't. It kills the mystery. Attraction thrives on curiosity. Smart men reveal themselves slowly over time. They let her wonder. They let her ask questions. Because the moment you give her your entire story, she feels she already knows you and the intrigue fades. Mystery is not manipulation, it's simply pacing the connection. The fourth mistake is trying to fix women. This one is subtle. Many men think they are being good partners by constantly offering solutions when she complains, or by trying to heal her past wounds, or by thinking they can change her behavior. But the Stoic truth is this: you cannot fix anyone. Smart men do not take on the burden of rescuing women. They listen, they empathize, but they don't lose themselves in her problems. They understand that every person must walk their own path. The fifth mistake smart men avoid is neglecting their own purpose for a woman. This one is crucial. Too many men drop their hobbies, their goals, their dreams the moment they start dating. They make her the center of their world. At first, she might enjoy the attention, but very soon she starts to lose respect. Why? Because she wants a man who has a mission, a man she can join on his path, not a man who abandons his path for her. Smart men never lose themselves in the relationship. They let their purpose guide them and everything else falls into place. And let me tell you this, if you want to hear about the next mistake, the one that silently destroys attraction, then subscribe right now, because what I'm about to share is one of the most common and yet most dangerous traps. The sixth mistake is competing for a woman's attention. You've probably seen this at parties or maybe even with friends. Men trying to outdo each other for her laughs, her approval, her validation. But a smart man knows he doesn't compete because he doesn't see her attention as scarce. He doesn't see himself as in the race. Competing woman's love, they think her presence equals joy and her absence equals despair. But this is weakness. Happiness must be built within yourself. Smart men find joy in their purpose, in their growth, in their discipline. A woman can add to his happiness, but she is never the foundation of it. And ironically, when you stop needing her for happiness, that's when she's most drawn to you. The eighth mistake is reacting emotionally to tests. Women test men. It's part of attraction psychology. She might challenge you. She might ignore you. She might try to provoke jealousy. And if you react emotionally with anger or insecurity, she instantly knows you're not stable. But the Stoic man, he stays calm. He doesn't get dragged into games. He sees the test, smiles, and carries on. That calm energy is unshakable, and it destroys her need to test him further. And the ninth mistake, the final one, is apologizing for your standards. Weak men lower their standards just to please women. They accept behavior they don't like. They hide their values because they're scared she'll leave. But smart men never do this. They stand firm in what they want, in how they live, and in what they expect. Because when you apologize for having standards, you tell her you are not worthy of respect. But when you stand firm, she either rises to meet you or she leaves. And either way, you win. So, let's recap. Smart men do not over-explain. They don't chase. They don't reveal too much. They don't try to fix women. They don't neglect their purpose. They don't compete for attention. They don't depend on women for happiness. They don't react emotionally to tests. And they never apologize for their standards. Now, here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to master all 9 at once. But if you just start avoiding even a few of these mistakes, you'll notice a massive shift. Women will respect you more. They'll desire you more. And most importantly, you'll respect yourself more. And that's what this channel is all about. Helping you build unshakable confidence, clarity, and strength in relationships and in life. So if you haven't already, subscribe right now, because in the next video, I'm going to reveal something even more powerful. The subtle things women say when they're secretly losing attraction for you, and how you can respond with strength instead of desperation.